Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to another of my thoughts on. It's been a little while since I did another of my thoughts on. I just bumped the camera, and this is actually my new coat. I thought it would go well with the mood of this video because it's the darkness too, isn't it? So it's kind of dark kind of avatar, and yeah, I actually got this on sale for £18, which is pretty damn cool. I'm looking to get a winter coat for a while, and this is, I don't know if you can see, but this is actually really well padded. It's really bloody warm. So £18, that was a bargain as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, let's get to what this video is actually about. Yes, I've completed The Darkness 2 for the PlayStation 3. First of all, I just want to say straight off the bat, I didn't actually enjoy this game as much as I thought I was gonna. I mean, don't get me wrong guys, I still really enjoyed the game and I would recommend it. But one of the reasons why I really didn't enjoy Darkness 2 as much as I thought I was gonna is the fact that I just don't think there's enough different types of enemies. I mean, you've got your normal standard enemies with guns, you've got some heavily armoured guys, and you've got some guys with whips that actually can whip your gun off you. Which I've got to say is pretty damn interesting, you know. And you've got some guys that can teleport around, you know, kind of like bloody ninjas or something, stealthy bombing assassins. But apart from that guys, there's not really that much of a variety of different types of enemies. The enemies more or less look the same facial wise, and in my opinion it does lead to a bit of repetitiveness, which is something that always bugs me, you know, because I do like a wide variety of different enemies. It basically stops me from getting bored, you know, because I do get bored fighting the same enemies over and over again. Now, if you've not played The Darkness 1, I would recommend playing The Darkness 1 first, because it is a good game, you know, in my opinion. You can get it really cheap. It does get a bit confusing at times compared to Darkness 2. Darkness 2 is really linear, and you know, you don't get lost in that. But yeah, you do get lost quite a bit in Darkness 1, which can be a bit annoying. And but I would recommend playing it first. But if you don't, it doesn't really matter, because at the beginning of Darkness 2, it basically gives you a quick recap, telling you how Jackie Estacado got his darkness power, and basically what happened to him in the first game. And just a quick recap of the first game, which is pretty damn cool, I must say. So if you've played the Darkness 2 demo, you will basically know how the game starts, because that is the beginning of the game. I mean, a lot of demos nowadays, they don't actually start at the beginning of the game, you start maybe 2 or 3 hours into the game. But if you've played the Darkness 2 demo, you know how the game starts. Yeah, you're in a restaurant, and a shooting happens. And yeah, they're basically trying to kill Jackie Estacado, which I just love saying Jackie Estacado. What a bloody legendary name that is. And yeah, so basically you get shot, you're about to die, and Jackie finally decides to unleash his darkness power, which has been, he's basically kept inside him for 2 years, and he finally lets it out, and all hell breaks loose. I think that's enough of the main story of the game, I think. I want to talk about the main bad guy. I don't actually know his name. That's how unprofessional I am, guys. I don't actually know his name. But it's basically the main bad guy in the game who basically wants your darkness, you know, he wants the power for himself. And so basically, I think he's a pretty damn creepy dude actually, you know, he's got his little sticky where he limps around the place. But there was one point, there was one cutscene that actually made me go, whoa. I mean, I don't actually remember the exact words they said, but it was really bloody unexpected, you know. So he was just basically just talking to you normally. He was limping towards you with his bum and walking stick, and then suddenly it was just right in your face. He was like, "Give me the darkness." You know, really bloody creepy stuff. You know, it just made me go, "Whoa!" You know, it was unexpected. It really bloody was. I must say actually as well, the story at times is a bit strange. You know, I was like, "What?" So you know, it's a bit of a strange story at times. You know, and the game's got 2 different endings. You know. So I'm not going to spoil it obviously. I've got one ending, and I've seen the other one on YouTube. To save me playing for the game again, even though I probably will at some point. Because like I say, I did enjoy, you know, the majority of the game, you know. And yeah, just your darkness powers and that, I think they're really bloody cool, you know. I mean, you've got just normal attacks where you basically can slash up and down or left and right, depending on the movement of your right analog stick. Or you've got the choice to basically just grab an enemy and just rip them to pieces, really, you know. Once you've unlocked abilities, once you've grabbed an opponent, you can press X to basically regenerate some health. Or if you press square, you will get some ammo. And basically that's all I've got. I didn't unlock some of the other abilities. I'm sure if you press circle or triangle once you get some other abilities, I'm sure it'll do something else, you know. But yes, lots of abilities to unlock, which you have to basically spend points on, or essence I think it is. You get essence for basically just killing enemies, you know, getting headshots, basically ripping people up, you know, causing chaos, or finding hidden relics that are hidden throughout the levels in the game. So basically just cause as much chaos as you can, you know. It's bloody cool. And you've got an ability basically to cause like a dark hole. You cause this dark hole, and basically all the enemies that are nearby basically go into this dark hole, which is pretty damn cool. That was in the first game as well. I'm sure I remember it, basically getting it later in the game, in the first game as well. So yeah, I think that's almost basically summed up the game. The soundtrack was pretty cool, you know, pretty kind of epic-y. I don't know if it was epic-y, but it was cool. It was cool, you know. It was really good. I did like the soundtrack. It did go well with basically the style of the game, you know. And you've got your little Darkling to help you. Basically, if you play Darkness 1, you'll know what your Darkling is. That's that thing there, as you can see on Darkness 1 cover. Basically, he's a pretty cool character actually. He's got some quite funny dialogue. He helps you throughout the whole game. He talks to you, unlike the first game. I don't think he spoke at all in the first game. I could be wrong, but he definitely had a lot more interactions in the second game anyway, if he did talk in the first game. Like I say, pretty damn funny character actually, and the character interaction between Jackie Estacado and Darkling were quite funny, you know. And there's some pretty damn crazy guys in the game as well, you know, some of your friends in the game. They're pretty damn crazy, you know. So yeah, I do think overall, guys, I would recommend the game, you know. If you see it £6-7, I would say probably pick it up, you know. I wouldn't like to have paid £30 for it, or £40 when it first came out. Considering I would say it's about 6-7 hour long game. Not too long, guys, not too long at all. I would say the original Darkness was about 9 or 10 hours. So I do think the Darkness 2 is quite a bit shorter than the first game, but I do think the second game overall is slightly better. Just for the fact that it's less confusing, you know, more linear. You don't get lost, and I just do think, you know, the characters and that, I do think it, you know, they're better, you know, in the second game. So I think that's really all I've got to say, guys, you know. I think I've covered everything that I really want to talk about. I didn't actually take notes, so it's basically just coming off the top of my head, you know. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video, guys. And if you play Darkness 2, let me know what you think of it, or let me know if it's a game that you're interested in, you know. Also, I've got to say, guys, I think going by the ending, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a third Darkness game. Which, to be honest, guys, I'm all for, because I did enjoy the first two, and if it does come out, it'll probably be on the Xbox One and the PS4. So yeah, I'm really expecting a good game, hopefully as well. So I don't know whether it'll be the same characters or whether the Darkness will possess somebody else. Well, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. See you guys, thanks for watching, and take care. The darkness is mine.